Hey everyone, and welcome. I'm Dark Sky, and today we are playing Agronom. It's a robot game where we are automating an area that does factory work, resources, getting resources from the ground, you know, the different rocks and minerals and stuff, as well as doing planting and planting plants and all that stuff. Pretty neat game, but let's get into this. Let's get started. Landed, huh? I thought you'd fall apart in midair. Well, you're alive, so that means it's time to get to work. This is Auntie Marcia's farm. She asked for some help. I'd figure it's a perfect chance to test you out in the field. First, you need to get acquainted with the locals. Go to the marked robot. The little thing on the screen types really fast, but I can read it down in the lower left-hand corner and try to keep up with the chat. So I'll try to do that. So we're going to check out the robot here. You made it. I see you did it, but you report competition each task. I need you to know what's up. Let's open the task interface. All right. Open up the task journal. So hit J. And here, now you find the task there, and report is complete. So we're going to complete it. And then we need to interact with the robot assistant. So just close this up. And so we're going to look at the robot assistant here. And now we need to activate the robot assistant. So we'll hit activate. And then it wants us to rename it. So I think I'll just call this guy the little guy. And then they want to make sure we pet him, you know. He's a good boy. What a good boy. All right. So now we go back in here. We're going to complete this task. And next we need to interact with the incubator. So the incubator is inside this building right here. So we're going to just end up right through here. We're going to go through the door. And over this interactive robot that's just laying on the ground. And right here is the incubator. So we're going to press E on this. And we have all these different seeds down here. What we need to grow is some strawberries. So let's pick up the strawberry plant. We're going to plant each one of these down here. And then what I'm going to do next is I want to irrigate it. And I want to put some light on this. And then we want to go into here and check the temperature. I want to put this to comfort and I want to set this to high. So now that we have that all set, these plants here should start blossoming, start growing. There they go. They go into town. Going to have some plants here in a little bit. Now you can see if you hover over the top of it, it says strawberry seed, required conditions, illumination, light, temperature, comfort, humidity high. Plant is irrigated. So now what we need to do is to pick up each one of these plants. We go. And we're going to go into their menu here. We're going to complete this. Now we're on the second part here. We need to come over here to the garden bed. And we're going to put down these strawberry stems here so they can grow and turn into actual strawberries. So we'll change it to light, and we want to irrigate those. And while those are doing that, I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to grab some more strawberries. You know, plant these. And I want to irrigate that. So once these get done, I'm going to take those over because I need a total of 24 strawberry stems in that garden. So if I put these last 8 in there, that gives me 16. It just makes it so that I actually water them, you know, even that much quicker, and I get it done. So here we go. We'll just pick up all these strawberry stems. And then we're going to come back over here to the planter. We're going to plant these down here. And then we'll irrigate that. And now these ones on the back are going to actually have strawberries on them, where the front ones are not going to have them. But we'll just pick the ones in the back, and then we'll irrigate them all over again. So let's get strawberries here. Pick those up. Wait for these ones up front to finish their irrigation, and then we'll just irrigate them all at once. There we go. So we need a total of 16, or we need a total of 40. We have 16 at the moment. So there's a few more there. There we are. So now we have our 40. We'll go in here. We'll complete that quest. Now it needs us to put those 40 into a container. So we're going to come over here to this container. And we're just going to drop these strawberries in there. And then I'm going to go back in here and complete that. All right. So the next part that we need to do, it wants us to take 11 iron ore from the ore extractor. So let's see, we got 20. We can just we're gonna hit control and click on it. We get all 40 of them. It just makes things a little easier. Now we need to mine 11, or not 11, sorry, 8 aluminum ore deposits. So it's showing me a pointer over here. Maybe there is a deposit over here. Maybe there's something in the building, huh? So we got this ore extractor. It looks like it's just doing iron ore, though. Turn on our flashlight so we can see. Here's some aluminum, so let's mine this. And then we want to get 8 of this aluminum. Now let's head back over here to that furnace that we originally saw in this building and see if we can't make something from all that. So I think what it wants us to make is some iron parts. So we need 11 of these. So we need to just put these in there, I guess. And then we need to make 11 of those. So we got 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. All right, so we got our 11. We have to craft 4 aluminum parts in the furnace. Oh yeah, I need the aluminum. There we go. There's our 4. All right, let's complete that and see what's next to do on the list. Now we need to move to the robot worker. There's a robot worker. Let's integrate him. Interact with the robot worker, activate him, and rename him. We'll call him worker. All right, good deal. Let's pet him. Just, making sure he's a good boy. He does his job. All right, so we go in here, we complete that. Now we need to set up a plan to produce 8 alcohol at a cooking station. So here's a cooking station here. I need to create some alcohol, which looks like it's going to require some strawberries. So I guess I need to grab these strawberries out of this bag. And then we want to put the strawberries in here. And I need 8 of them. All right, there's our 8. We'll put that in there. Now we need to set up a plan to produce 8 alcohol at the cooking station. Oh, okay. Craft list. Alcohol. And then we want 8. There we go. Now we can get rid of that because we already did that. Now just wait for your helper to do all the work. All right, well, I already did it, so don't need them. All right, so we're going to go in here and we're going back in the journal, hitting J, we'll complete that task. Now what we need to do is move to the cargo station. All right, put 8 alcohol in the cargo station. And then deliver 8 alcohol to the city via the cargo station. So area city, send drones, select resources. All right, look at that little drone guy came in. He picked it up, I guess, and now he's taking it away. There we go. We completed that. All right, hit complete. Move to the robot gardener. He was the guy who was just laying inside the little garden area here. All right, now we need to activate this guy, and we need to name him. We'll call him Green Thumb. All right, complete that task. We'll go on to next. Set up a plan to grow 64 beetroot in the incubator. $64, huh? Wow, okay. So we want to do beetroot, beet stems, and we want to set up for 64. And set up a plan to grow 64 beetroots in the garden bed. See, beetroots. And we want 64 in here as well. And then we want to grow 64 beetroot stems in an incubator. Oh, okay. So do I take this and put this in here, and then the little guy takes these from here? Oh, yeah, there he is. He's grown them for me already. Nice. Oh, he picked them up already. Oh, man, look at that. He's quick. I should have had them set up as well as here. You know, I thought that they would end up using all of them, but apparently they're only using like part of them. And there we go. We finally completed that quest. It took it a little bit for it to finish getting those 64 beetroots and all that, but we finally did it. So we'll hit J here, and we're going to complete this one. And now next it wants us to build a container. So let's see here. Let's go into the build menu here. We have a container here. It just says that we require some components. So I want to click on this container, and we're going to put it down over here next to this other container. And it says upgrade containers to level 3. So you got to hold the E down to construct this. And then we want to upgrade these. So I guess what? Just go to the build menu, or... Oh, here we go. So we just have to upgrade it. So let's upgrade that. So we just need those two pieces. There we go. Got that one upgrade. Oh my gosh, look at that. It got taller. Nice. And let's do the same with this one. Upgrade, upgrade. There we go. Ah, look at all the different stuff we got. And the containers are much larger now. That's pretty sweet. So hit J, we'll go in here and complete that. And now we need to activate the robot builder. Okay, must be outside. So we're going to activate him. I'm going to rename this guy as, I'm going to call him Handyman. Oh, it wanted me to rename it too. I didn't even notice. And then I'll pet the little guy. Seems to be a good deal if we pet them. Then that way they seem to do even a better job, right? You know, they know that there's some love there. All right, so let's hit J here and complete that task. Now we need to set up a plan to produce 20 iron parts in the furnace. So let me see here. So we got, let's go to this one here, and we'll set this furnace up first. So I want to set this up as produce iron parts, and I want to do 20. And then I want to set up a plan to produce 10 aluminum parts. So click on that, do aluminum parts, and I'm going to do 10. And then I want to produce 20 iron parts in the furnace. Connect the robot assembler to the power grid. Okay. Oh, so there's a box right here. I guess I can, in this one here is where I'd put my iron ore. Go an extractor here. We'll pick up the rest of this iron. It wouldn't be a bad idea if we could make another extractor and put it on some aluminum or something. But there's some stuff out here. Let's see what these are. Oh, I think this is a power grid thing. Connect a robot assembler to the power grid. First off, I got to go and get me some aluminum and then put that on the thing. I wonder if I'm able to make it so that the robot is able to mine this ore, pick up the ore, put it in the machine, you know, mine that. And I just kind of just sit back, relax, take it easy. I don't know. Hoping that's the case. Okay, so I got 11 iron or aluminum, I mean. So that seems like a pretty good start there. Let's put this in there. All right, and then it wants me to connect the robot assembler to the power grid. There we go. We use the power cable. And we're going to come down here with the power cable and we'll connect this here. Oh, that's cool. It makes like automatic power poles there. Required items, so iron parts and aluminum parts. I got both the iron parts and the aluminum parts. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got to do that on each one, huh? Okay. So we got to hold E to put the resources in, and then we got to hit E to construct it. All right, cool. Task complete. Let's hit J. Oh, looks like for money, we're going to get 4,800 money. We're going to get a blueprint for a robot loader, and then we're going to get a license for an AI inhibitor. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so now we got to interact with the cargo station. So this is the cargo station here. It wants us to interact. We need to buy 4 AI inhabitors at the cargo station. AI inhabitors. There we go. So add the cart. Need 4 of those. We're going to buy those up. After buying, you need to request a drone for delivery. Now we just got to pick these up. Put these down below. And hit J to complete the task. And we're going to get a blueprint for coal and a blueprint for steel parts. Nice. All right, now we need to produce 5 coal in the industrial furnace. Oh, it's down there. Okay. Oh, industrial furnace. Okay. Says that we need to have green mass. I got 6 green mass, so we'll do that. And we'll produce 5 of these. Oh, I need 10 of them just to make one? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, cool. So that robot right now, the little worker guy, he's the one that's making my coal right now. He's gotten 2. He's got 3. So he's almost got all the coal. There we go. He's got 5. Now we need to produce 10 steel parts in the industrial furnace. All right, let's pick up this 10 steel, and we're going to take this over, and we're going to see if we can't make 2 more robots. So input, I want robot loader, and I want 2. Oh, there he goes. Nice. There's another robot loader for us. All right, let's complete this. No rewards for this one. All right, now we need to set up a storage plan for 500 sand in the container and set up a storage plan for 100 iron ore in the container. Wonder what if that's what that means. Maybe we have to go into the greenhouse, and then we have to set up a desired debug or something like that, and then have stuff sent to those storages that are in the greenhouse. So we're in the greenhouse here. If we go in here and we click on robots, desired stock, and say I want iron ore, and I want, how much iron ore? I want 100. So let's put in 100. Accept. And then I'll add another one here, and I want this one to be sand. And I want them to put in 500. We're going to accept that. There we go. So that's how we do that. I was trying to figure out how that was done, but now we figured that out. That's cool. So yeah, it looks like it's got, what, 40 iron in there right now. So that's pretty nice. Now we hit J here. We're going to complete that task. And next is that we need to open the statistics menu. So that would be M. And here we can see all kinds of stuff that's going on. Here's our little robot guy. Here's a couple more robots up here doing their thing. Couple down here just hanging out doing their own thing. We probably should have like renamed this little guy. Charge at 75%, gardeners at 9%. Holy cow. So you can see that we're doing pretty good there for a whole. You can scroll in and see what's going on. Get a little bit of a closer look. And then here is, see, this seems to be everything that's going on right now. So we got sand over here. We have our iron. We got some metal being done over here and some copper and whatnot. We have ice over here. And then this, I guess that's power. And then this is saying it's got iron and that weed stuff. So that's pretty cool. All right. All right. Hit J on this and we get the greenhouse blueprint. Nice. So now we just need to place a greenhouse. We have already one greenhouse. We just need to make a second one. So what, probably organization, no, compartments. There we go. Greenhouse. So we're going to need 100, I guess, iron plate here, 50 of this, the glass. And then we're going to need whatever those two are. So we're going to have to figure out what those are. So we didn't have to have the parts. All we had to do was to connect it to an open building slot. So now that we have connected to it, let's see here. Now, I guess what we just have to do, what we just need to do now is to build this. Let's hit J and see blueprint robot worker. So let's complete this. That'll help with production. You can dismantle a gardener and just drag to the assembly. Use tracking in the statistics menu to find a robot. All right. Oh, and by doing that, we get that water pump. That was one of the things I was looking for. We get the concrete. We get the blueprint glass. We get a furnace, and then we get an ore extractor. Nice. Oh, we give them even more stuff. We get a constructor, and we get a windmill. Ooh. So we need to create 3 robot workers. So let's head back over here, see if we can't create 3 robot workers in our machine. So we need iron parts, which I don't seem to have any iron parts, but we do have some aluminum, and I'm going to need those. So I just need to get some iron parts. I need to get some aluminum. So let's head up to the furnace, see if the guys have made any, and we can get those parts there and put it in and see if we can't get that worker done. Hey, there's more stuff. All right, well, let's drop down over here and see what we can add. I bet you if we dismantle that robot gardener, we'll get the final pieces that we need. All right, and then if we hit M, we can go to the gardener here, Mr. Green Thumb, and we're going to track him. So he's up over there. So we're going to go to him, and we're going to have to go and disable him, dismantle him. All right, so if we do that, okay, so I guess we have to pick up the robot, and then we have to take him down here to the machine. And then what? I don't know. Maybe we put him in the machine, and in the machine it dismantles it. Oh, disassemble robot. There we go. Oh, that's interesting. All right, and then we can take these parts out. We'll put that in there, and then we'll make another worker robot. And we'll hit complete, and we're going to get a whole bunch of good stuff off of that. We got to build another furnace so all robots can work in parallel. Need lots of sand for the greenhouse. I suggest placing another ore extractor to speed things up. All right, so need to build a furnace. So I guess we'll just build another furnace up in the furnace area. Okay, over here, this is where my furnace is. Let's go in here. Boy, these guys are just working away. So we got a furnace here. Let's build another furnace. So I want to do furnace. And I can't put it there, I guess. We can put it over here. And it looks like I need, let's see, hit E to put the resources on there. Oh, the little guys build the furnace for me. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that is so cool. Okay. Build an additional ore extractor. Produce 50 glass in the furnace. So let's do glass, and we'll do 50 of glass here. And glass is going to require sand, so that means that they're going to go to that other place. And then produce 100 iron parts in the furnace. Yeah, that's what this thing should be doing. It should be doing that. So it's got the iron parts, and then produce 100 concrete in the constructor. So I want concrete, and I want 100 of these. And then it wants me to produce 8 pumps. All right, cool. And then it wants me to build an additional ore extractor, I mean. So we'll go into build here, and we're going to flip through until we get to the ore extractor right here. Let's click that. We're going to put that for the sand. I'll point it to the constructor right there. So I guess we have everything. Just have to wait for everything now to be made, and then we should be good to go. So I put down an extractor over here, and I also set down a windmill. I was trying to figure out how to get these two guys connected. So I think what I have to do here is I got to set this down here and then put down this. And then I'm going to need to do B again and click this here. Click on the windmill. There we go. And then I'm going to click on this here. All right, that's cool. And then all I have to do is to make this pole right here. But looks like we are at about halfway through our iron parts. We have all the glass parts done. We still need probably about, what, 64 more concrete. And we haven't even started on the water pumps yet. And I'm thinking that Mr. Robot right there is probably headed over to construct my power pole for that other resource that's over here. All right, there we go. We got that. And so now this thing is producing sand. So that's pretty sweet. So we got an extra little sand thing, that sand extractor. Now I know we have some other resources out here that kind of spread out all over the place. I would think that it would be in our best interest to get those set up as well. Okay, so we got the last of the pieces that we need to make up the second part of the greenhouse. So I'm just going to install these on the greenhouse, get the greenhouse up and running. And let's construct it. There we go. Now we got a new greenhouse. Nice. And let's complete our quest here. And it looks like our next one, we get an incubator. Oh, that'll be neat. Build a greenhouse, complete. There we go, done with that. Next one is a garden bed. So we have to produce 60 iron parts, 16 sand, produce 4 water pumps, and build 4 additional incubators. Oh, that's cool. It's all nice and emptied and everything like that. So we can pretty much set this up any way we want. I mean, I could put the bed here and an incubator here. So all I have to do is just turn around and put it down. Either way that we've set this up, it'll be pretty much the same way. It's pretty neat how it has pictures back there and everything like that. This is where we have the incubator. So I guess we can set up some of these incubators in here. And then the robot should build it automatically. Oh, I guess you can have them any way you want. Okay, that's cool. Set one there. And then we'll set up another one over here. So we just have to build those 4, and then we just need to build some water pumps, and we need some. Yeah, we're not able to do the beds yet, the garden beds. But that's pretty cool that we get up to that point there. So it looks like we have some robots that are coming down this way right now to finish up this. But I think that's going to do us for today. I appreciate everyone coming out and joining me on this. We'll definitely do more on the next episode. This has been a super fun game here of Agronom. So definitely want to check that out. They currently have a play test of it right now. You'll probably really enjoy this game as much as I have. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on our next video. You take care now, and bye-bye.